सोर्सेज ऑफ फूड पढ़ सकते हैं। आर लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म नीड फूड टू रिमेन अलाइव एंड एक्टिव। वाई फूड इज एन एसेंशियल फंक्शन ऑफ फूड। ट्रेडिशनल फूड कल्चर इन इंडिया, कुकिंग स्टाइल एंड फूड हैबिट्स वेरी फ्रॉम प्लेस टू प्लेस इन इंडिया। परांठास, इंडिया इट इज व्हीट बेस्ड एंड पीपल एंजॉय परांठा। समझ रहे हो? उत्तर प्रदेश एंड ऑरेंज इन महाराष्ट्र, गुआवा इन उत्तर प्रदेश, बनाना इन कर्नाटका, पाइनएप्पल्स आर ग्रोन इन केरला। वाह भैया, स्वीट पोटैटो, कैरेट, रेडिश, टर्निप, फ्रूट्स, ब्रिंजल। While cutting an onion, substances called sulfides present in it irritate the eyes and make you cry. समझ रहे हो? जो आँख से आंसू गिरते हैं उसमें क्या होता है? Substances called sulfides. While cutting an onion, substances called sulfides present in it irritate the eyes and make you cry. Spices add taste and aroma to our food. ब्रेकफास्ट, लंच, डिनर। 3 टाइप के एनिमल हैं, हर्बीवोर्स, कार्निवोर्स, ओमनीवोर्स। एनिमल्स आर कॉल्ड हेटेरोट्रॉप्स। गार्डन लिजर्ड्स ईट इंसेक्ट्स। कैबेज इज ए ग्रीन लीफ वेजिटेबल। हनी बी आर रियर्ड फॉर हनी। स्नेक्स swallow their food as whole. कंपोनेंट्स ऑफ फूड में पढ़ो, एनर्जी गिविंग फूड। बॉडी बिल्डिंग फूड में आता है मिल्क, पल्सेज, मीट, फिश, एग्स, चीज, सोयाबीन। ग्लूकोज इज द सोर्स ऑफ इंस्टेंट एनर्जी। सेलुलोज इज ऑल्सो कॉम्प्लेक्स कार्बोहाइड्रेट। प्रोटीन्स, अमीनो एसिड, इसेंशियल अमीनो एसिड्स, राजमा, ग्राउंड नट, ड्राई फ्रूट्स, eggs, chickens, food rich in proteins हैं सब। Vitamins are needed by our body in very small quantity, but they are essential for the growth and maintenance of our body. The vitamins B and C are absorbed in the bloodstream. Excess amount is thrown out of the body. Understand? Water soluble vitamin कौन कौन से हैं? वाटर सॉल्युबल विटामिन बी एंड सी। कैल्शियम एंड फास्फोरस आर इसेंशियल फॉर प्रॉपर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ बोन्स। रफेज क्या होता है? द डाइटरी फाइबर्स आर फ्रॉम द सेलुलोज, सिंपली एड बल्क to our food and help to get rid of undigested food. Therefore, dietary fibers are said to form food roughage. Roughage helps in the retention of water and easy digestion of food. It helps in easy and regular movement of bowels and prevents constipation. समझ रहे हो? Why do we cook food? It tastes better, it lasts longer, bacteria get killed, food gets pre-digested to less energy is needed to digest what we eat. Cloth material पढ़ लो, material which we use for clothing is called the fabric. All fabrics are made of loose threads called yarn. Yarn are made of very thin strands called fibers. Man-made fibers are also called synthetic fibers. Examples: nylon, rayon, acrylic, and polyester are the some common example of man-made fiber. Where is jute grown in India? Jute is mainly grown in Meghalaya, Bihar, Assam, West Bengal, and Odisha. The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. Uses of synthetic fibers. यूजेज ऑफ सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स बताओ। क्लॉथ्स, कार सीट बेल्ट, रोप्स फॉर रॉक क्लाइंबिंग, रेनकोट। नेचुरल फाइबर और सिंथेटिक फाइबर में डिफरेंस। कॉटन फाइबर्स इजिली कैच फायर एंड कंटिन्यू टू बर्न विथ ए स्मेल ऑफ बर्निंग पेपर, और सिंथेटिक दे डू नॉट कैच फायर इजिली। जो सिंथेटिक फाइबर हैं, जो मैनमेड फाइबर हैं, दे डू नॉट कैच फायर इजिली। वूल इज ए गुड फॉर्म ऑफ हीट। वूल जो है गुड फॉर्म ऑफ हीट। डेवलपमेंट ऑफ क्लॉथिंग मटेरियल। यार्न क्या होता है? लूज थ्रेड्स ऑफ विच अ फैब्रिक इज मेड ऑफ इज कॉल्ड यार्न। Wool is a synthetic fiber. False. Natural fibers are mainly obtained from the plants and animals. True. Yarn are made of these thin strands fibers. Nylon, rayon, acrylic and polyester are synthetic fiber. The process of separating the cotton fiber from its seeds. Ginning. आप पूछ रहे थे ना what is ginning? गिनिंग है क्या? प्रोसेस ऑफ सेपरेटिंग द कॉटन फाइबर्स फ्रॉम इट्स सीड। कॉटन फाइबर को सीड से अलग करने से जो बनता है उसी को गिनिंग बोलते हैं। फाइबर्स आर क्लासिफाइड एज नेचुरल एंड मैनमेड। कॉटन फाइबर्स आर सॉफ्ट एंड ड्यूरेबल। द fruits of cotton plants are called cotton balls. The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. Linen is obtained from flax plant. Jute is obtained from the stape of jute plant. Warm and humid climate is best for the growing jute. Cotton is natural fiber, whereas nylon is man-made fiber. Wool traps the air. Weaving is done by special machines called looms. Different kinds of material में आप पढ़ सकते हैं। स्टोरिंग क्लासिफिकेशन है, प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ मटेरियल्स है। लस्ट्रस ऑब्जेक्ट, दे आर द ऑब्जेक्ट विच शाइन। नॉन लस्ट्रस, these are the objects which do not shine. Lustrous means shiny. Solubility, property of dissolving an object in water. Soluble material which dissolves in water. Insoluble material which does not dissolve in water. Now separation of substances. The substances which make up a mixture are called its component. The substances which make up a mixture are called its components. Need of separation. The components of a mixture are separated for the following reason: to obtain two different but useful components of a mixture. That is, butter is a useful component which is separated from the milk by churning. To remove harmful components or the impurities of a mixture. The method of separating a mixture into its components by hand is called hand picking. Machines and bullocks are also used to separate the grains. The process of separate grain seed from the stalk is called threshing. The grains seed obtained threshing contain husk. To separate husk from grains is called winnowing. Winnowing is based on the weight. The method of separating a mixture of various size particles by passing them through a suitable sieve is called sieving. The substance that settle at the bottom of the liquid is called sediment. The process of settling down of a solid at the bottom of liquid is called sedimentation. Pouring into the another test tube without disturbing the sand. This process of pouring out the liquid is called decantation. This method of separating sand and water using a filter paper is called filtration. The substance that remain in the filter is called residue. Substance that flows through the filter paper is called filtrate. जो फिल्टर से पास हो जाता है उसको फिल्ट्रेट बोलते हैं। जो फिल्टर पे बचा रहता है उसको रेसिड्यू को मतलब बचा हुआ रिमेनिंग पार्ट। Evaporation is the process of converting water into water vapor. Unsaturated solution in which more solute can be dissolved. Saturated solution no more solute can be dissolved. मतलब सैचुरेट हो गया तो उसमें हम और सॉल्यूट डिजॉल्व नहीं कर सकते. Water can dissolve many substances, solid, liquid and even gases. It is therefore known as universal solvent. The substance that remain in filter paper is called residue. Evaporation is the process of converting water into water vapor. Changes around us. Reversible and irreversible changes. The changes that occurs around us so be broadly grouped as reversible, irreversible, folding, dissolving. Melting is an example of reversible change. Water change into water vapor on heating, but can be changed back into liquid water by cooling. Similarly, freezing is also an example of reversible change. Melting of a chocolate, reversible, but repenning a banana, irreversible. A reversible change can be undone. True. Mixing of sand in water is an irreversible change. False. When we mix salt with water, a permanent change is caused. False. Physical change. A change in which no new material is formed is called a physical change. Example of physical change. When we freeze water, it changes into ice. The physical state of liquid water changes into solid ice. No new material is formed. When we stretch a rubber band, its shape changes. No new material is formed. When we inflate a balloon, its size changes. No new material is formed. So, physical change is a change in which no new material is formed is called a physical change. Chemical change, a change in which a new material is formed. Examples: baking of bread, boiling of potatoes, burning of wood, ripening of fruit. फिजिकल चेंज और केमिकल चेंज में डिफरेंस. फिजिकल चेंज इन विच नो न्यू सब्सटेंस इज फॉर्म्ड. केमिकल चेंज में न्यू सब्सटेंस इज फॉर्म्ड. मोस्ट फिजिकल चेंज आर रिवर्सिबल. मोस्ट केमिकल चेंज आर इरिवर्सिबल. इवोपरेशन एंड कंडेंसेशन आर एग्जाम्पल ऑफ फिजिकल चेंज. और केमिकल का एग्जाम्पल है बर्निंग एंड कुकिंग आर एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ केमिकल चेंजेज. A chemical change is an irreversible change. Now next है living and non-living things. Things around us. Living things are called organisms. Cell is the smallest unit of structure and function. It is called basic unit of life. Cell is called basic unit of life. यूनिसेलुलर का एग्जाम्पल है एमोइबा, पैरामीशियम. मल्टीसेलुलर, मोस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म आर फाउंड बाय मेनी सेल्स आर कॉल्ड मल्टीसेलुलर. Each cell is an organized collection of chemicals. This substance is a living substance and is called protoplasm. The egg we eat are one-celled. The largest egg cell is the egg of ostrich, which measures 175 into 135 millimeter. Our nerve cells may be as long as 1 meter. All organisms, whether small or large, start their life as a single cell. All organisms, whether small or large, start their life as a single cell called zygote. The changes in the position of any body part is called movement, and the movement of a whole organism from one place to another is called locomotion. The process of preparing food by green plant is called photosynthesis. Our green plants can make their own food from carbon dioxide and water using solar energy. They are called autotrophs. The process of burning or oxidation of food to release energy is called respiration. What is respiration? The process of burning or oxidation of food to release energy is called respiration. The process of inhaling fresh air and exhaling used air is called breathing. Plants breathe through stomata present in the surface of leaves. Living things can excrete waste. Living things can reproduce their own kind. Living things respond to stimuli. Egg-laying animals are called oviparous, and animals which give birth to young ones are called viviparous. Plants from seed and spores which sprout into new plants, this is called germination. फिर से सुनिए, plants from seeds and spores which sprout into new plants, this is called germination. Examples देखिए, pea, gram, wheat, tomato and trees of mango, neem, people etc. all grow from their seeds. So this is called germination. Living things can grow. Each organism follows a definite life cycle. It starts the life as a single-celled organism called zygote. The zygote undergoes a series of irreversible changes. Irreversible क्यों? क्योंकि एक बार बढ़ते जाएगा तो वापस नहीं होगा. The zygote undergoes a series of irreversible changes to achieve a final form. This is called development. The process of elimination of waste from the body of animal is called excretion. Plant growth is internal and unlimited. Phototropism, movement of sunflower towards the sun. Which of the following is made up of one cell? Amoeba. The ability of an organism to move from one place to another is called locomotion. Plants breathe through stomata. The period for which an organism lives is called its lifespan. The movement of any part of a plant in the direction of a stimulus is called tropism. A change in surrounding that makes us to react to it is stimulus. The process of oxidation of food to release energy, respiration. The period for which an organism lives, lifespan. The process of emergence of a seedling from a seed, germination. Habitat of living things. Habitat, a place where an organism lives in nature, is called habitat. A place where an organism lives in nature is called its habitat. A habitat is a natural place where an organism lives. Types of habitat, that is, there are two types, aquatic and terrestrial habitat. Aquatic habitat क्या होते हैं? वाटर में जो रहते हैं, वाटर. The organisms living in water are called aquatic organisms, and their habitat is called aquatic habitat or water habitat. It includes oceans, seas, rivers, ponds, lakes, pools, etc. Seas and oceans with saline water form the marine habitat. Ponds, pools, lakes and rivers form the freshwater habitat. Animals living in water are called aquatic animals. Plants growing in aquatic condition are called hydrophytes. Plants adapted to live near sea, shore and under saline condition are called halophytes. फिर से सुनिए, जो saline water में भी रह सकते हैं उस प्लांट को बोलते हैं halophytes. HALOPHYTES. All other varieties of terrestrial plants that grows in moderate environmental condition are called mesophyte. Terrestrial habitat. The organisms living on land are called terrestrial habitat. Terrestrial animals that live on trees. Terrestrial animals that live on trees are called arboreal animals. Plants that take support of trees are called climbers. Birds and insects that fly in the air are called aerial animals. Aerial. Organisms which live in both aquatic as well as terrestrial habitat are called amphibians. इस तरीके से रेन फॉरेस्ट हैबिटेट है, टेम्परेट हैबिटेट है, डेसिडुअस ट्रीज है, ग्रासलैंड हैबिटेट है, बोरियल फॉरेस्ट हैबिटेट है. Wheat, rice, millet, corn, barley, etc. are cereal grasses. Sugarcane is also a kind of grass. Sugarcane is also a kind of grass. It is grown to provide sugar. More than 50% of world sugar is obtained from sugarcane. Bamboo is a woody type grass. It grows up to 30 meter high. Desert habitat. Gerbils and camels are the desert animals. Tundra habitat. Tundra habitats are always covered with snow. Polar bear have fur and a thick layer of fat under the skin which is called blubber. Mountain habitat. Relationship of plants and animals with their environment is studied under ecology. Animals living in ocean are called aquatic animals. Environment includes physical surroundings, climate and living organisms. Zebras, deer, buffaloes etc. are found in the grassland habitat. इसी तरीके से नेक्स्ट एडाप्टेशन, एक्वेटिक एडाप्टेशन. एडाप्टेशन इन एक्वेटिक एनिमल्स. गिल्स टू ब्रीथ इन ऑक्सीजन डिजॉल्व इन वाटर. fins to propel the fish in water and help in swimming. Caudal fins. इसी तरीके से scaly and slippery skin. Floating plants, submerged plants, terrestrial adaptations. Camel can drink up to 40 liters of water at a time. Plants grows in a deserts are called xerophytes. जो प्लांट्स डिजर्ट्स में ग्रो होते हैं उनको जीरोफाइट्स, XERO, जीरोफाइट्स की तो आपको पता ही है. बायोटिक कंपोनेंट, एबियोटिक कंपोनेंट, क्लाइमेटिक कंपोनेंट्स. डिकम्पोजर्स के बारे में जानो. दे ब्रेक डाउन द बॉडीज ऑफ डेड प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स इनटू सिंपल सब्सटेंसेस एंड आर कॉल्ड डिकम्पोजर्स. Animals that feed on dead bodies of other animals are called scavengers. Vultures, hyenas, and jackals are some examples of scavengers. Food chain is very important. The flow of energy through food occurs from plants to herbivores and then to carnivores and finally to decomposers. This chain of transfer of energy is called food chain. Very important. Sandy soils, clayey soil, loamy soils, these are the soils. Different types of soils. Global warming. Excessive cutting of forest, increasing human population, increase in the number of industries and vehicles, as well as excessive use of fossil fuels are all adding up to the carbon dioxide volume in the atmosphere. तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड का अगर वॉल्यूम बढ़ेगा एटमॉस्फेयर में तो वो क्या होगा, ग्लोबल वार्मिंग बढ़ेगा. Wind is caused when sun hits the air near the earth's surface. The hot air rises up and cool air from above comes down and occupies the space left by the hot air. तो क्लियर हो गया विंड कैसे चलता है. जब सन की हीट से एयर गर्म हो जाता है, वो हल्का हो जाता है तो ऊपर की तरफ चलता है, और जो ठंडी गैसेस होती हैं, जो कूल एयर होती हैं, वो नीचे से ऊपर की तरफ और वो ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ. इस तरीके से विंड फ्लो होता है ड्यू टू दी सन हीट. सब पढ़ना है, ये सब तैयार कर लो, रख जाओ. प्लांट्स है, रूट सिस्टम, फ्रूट सिस्टम. हर्ब्स, श्रब्स, ट्रीज. हर्ब्स आर स्मॉल प्लांट्स. एग्जाम्पल मस्टर्ड, व्हीट, पैडी, मेज. Coriander, grass, tomato, seasonal flowering. Shrubs are medium sized woody plant. Example bougainvillea, rose, lemon and henna. बाकी हो जाएगा trees, mango, neem. These are the trees. Plants of root system. Primary root, it is the main root. Supporting roots. पढ़ो भाई, पढ़ो. The point where a leaf or branch grows from the stem is called the node. The part of the stem between the two adjacent nodes is called internode. The angle between leaf base and stem is called leaf axil. पलटते रहोगे तो याद हो जाएगा, पलटना पड़ेगा. Transpiration. It is the loss of water in the form of water vapor from the leaves of the plants through their stomata. लगे रहो, पढ़ते रहो, सब तैयार हो जाए. उससे दोस्ती करो, पलटो, पेपर पढ़ो, एक एक टॉपिक को पढ़ो ध्यान से, क्या वर्ड है क्या नहीं है, सब हो जाता है.